Okay, here's what I tell you. If you don't know what this is, SCP Foundation is a secretive organization. Now, the SCPs are anomalies that violate international law and must be captured by the SCP Foundation to keep normalcy. Now, the SCPs they violate the natural law because they are not natural. Also, the SCP Foundation is not a real organization, and the SCPs are not real either. Because the fact that if it's top secret information, why would I be able to know it? Because you can just search up SCP and you can find it. So no, it's not top secret information, and just a bunch of teenagers who write a bunch of horror stories. Basically, I'm going to talk about SCP-6101. He's the most overhyped and overrated SCP characters. Basically, I've seen videos of him, and they say that he's the most powerful SCP. Yeah, 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 yeah. He sounds like cringy OC. Basically, he is a 9-year-old named Ethan Prosper. He has the powers of super strength, super speed, invisibility, and teleportation. Now, he was able to defeat an Omega class SCP by intimidating it, and he then rests back in his room, and the SCP Foundation keep him there until they need him again. Now, this takes place in a broken masquerade canon where the SCP Foundation is no longer secretive and are known to the entire world. So the SCP Foundation decided to make a wish foundation so they could treat ill children like SCP-6101. SCP-6101 also has cancer, by the way, which automatically debugs his own power. And because of what he did, the children, the charity got more and more people to donate because of what SCP-6101 did. Now, I'll just sit here and tell you that he's a cringy OC. There's nothing sad about his story. He doesn't even die. They never talk about having cancer. Like, I find that the most terrible thing imaginable. Like, cancer might be one of the most worst things imaginable, yet they don't talk about the whole cancer thing. I hate that. Now, let's talk now. There are much more powerful SCPs. Let's talk about the Skull King. The Skull King, he managed to destroy the tree of creation. Basically, he managed to destroy the tree of creation. Basically, before this, he managed to consume multiple gods. The SCP gods, even the further nameless ones, they are still very, very powerful, and some of them are even outer-versal. The Skull King managed to consume most of them and then gain their power. He then went through reality. At the beginning of time, he started to kill everything. He was killing since the beginning of time. And after that, he managed to get a hold of the Tree of Creation and almost destroyed it. The Tree of Creation transcends transformative universes and holds infinite universes inside of it. The Times branch form of the Skull King is even more powerful. He managed to destroy infinite narratives as he fell. Now I'll talk about SCP-312. SCP-312, in my opinion, is the most powerful SCP because of the fact that he managed to transcend a bunch of higher narratives. Basically, SCP-312, he suffers for he's a very powerful SCP character. He managed to walk through a black hole. Basically, he can, let's say, he's omnipotent, he can teleport, he has a lot of powers, but the most important thing is that he's omnipotent. Basically, actually, that's a downplay because he's above omnipotent. He managed to transcend a lot of things, and he can rewrite concepts and the laws of the universe. Humes are levels of reality. The Hume calculator that they used on SCP-312 did not work. That's because SCP-312 is fundamentally different than every other SCP. And they used Hume calculators on God level SCPs before and got a result. But here they didn't get a result, which proves how powerful SCP-312 is. Not only that, but the SCP-312, he managed to transcend infinite narratives, and narratives have a set of infinities. And he managed to transcend all of them, and he managed to defeat the writer, which would mean that he is above the writer and he has managed to transcend it. So SCP-312, in my opinion, is the most powerful SCP. Not only that, but there's something I forgot to mention. SCP-312 managed to kill SCP-312 managed to kill SCP-239, the witch child. The SCP-239, the witch child, was stronger than the old gods, who are massively outer. So yes, that means that SCP-312 is easily the most powerful being in fiction. Not only was able to kill most SCP characters, but he was able to transcend the writer. So in my opinion, SCP-312 is the most powerful, and he's not like the cringy SCP-6101. Guess what? All he does is get cancer. That's it. Also, Omega class SCPs are not real, and SCP-6101 is just a child being treated by the SCP Foundation, who are just doing role plays with him. In fact, I don't even think he's an actual SCP, because the file says nothing about his most powerful. So you know what? I'll just end it right here. Alright, be sure to like and subscribe. Goodbye.